as Kotelnik makes the third defence of his WBA title. He's proven, Khan has proved his heart and mental makeup to come back from the disaster 10 months ago against Breidis Prescott, but now he's in the big lead.
Well, getting his punches off early, a little bit of spoiling up close, good tactics against a counter-puncher, because it's when you let your own punches go, you're at most vulnerable. So Amir got them off, and then a little bit of spoiling, clever stuff to start with.
Khan's strategy, all about speed, getting in and out, raiding tactics, looking to work the Kotelnik body, lateral movement, and they are saying his feet are ever so important in this fight. Kotelnik sometimes starts slowly.
Ideal start from Khan, punches off and out of there, just let him, his defensive slip a little bit there. He could have been caught with his chin up. You'll have to remember, Khan has never really been all that hard to catch with punches. You know, he's so intent on what he's doing himself.
Shoving Kotelnik back and being ticked off by the referee. A wry smile was on the face of Kotelnik.
Kotelnik has made him make a couple of mistakes, and Amir knows as soon as he's committed himself that he's made those mistakes, and he's reacting quickly. So his thinking is sharp. This is an excellent start from him.
A good jab there, and moved around the ring well. Trained doggedly hard in the Hollywood Hills, Amir Khan. But Kotelnik, the old fox, will try and remain tight. Some of these hitting gloves, one or two sneaking through.
But the main thing is he's winning rounds. He's doing more work than Kotelnik, and he's not taking anything. Just another little mistake from him again there. Just now and again, a couple of times in the opening round, he's left his chin unprotected, but he's been too quick. Kotelnik hasn't managed to move in on it.
Left hands from Kotelnik, trying to back up Khan. Says he'll school him, that he's a little boy. But can he cope with the hand speed, the razzle-dazzle from the Bolton man?
This is good stuff from Khan. He's showing a little bit of maturity. The tactics are good. He's getting his punches off and then not allowing Kotelnik to come back with any counters. Kotelnik a bit livelier than I thought he would have been in the early rounds. I thought he'd have backed off most of the time in the opening round. He hasn't done that.
In and out of range, Amir Khan, who takes the gold trunks of the 22-year-old Amir Khan in fight number 22. He's been boxing for 14 years, and this is what he's aimed for, the world title. Current property at light welterweight of Andreas Kotelnik in the Ukrainian colours.
Kotelnik trying to come forward now. Let's keep in mind that Khan hasn't done too much on the back foot throughout his career, because for most of it he had things pretty much his own way. So we're about to find out how effective he is when he's backed up. Oh, this is terrific.
Yeah, quick combinations. Kotelnik a little bit more aggressive than we've seen in the past early on, but it's the difference in speed at the moment. Trying to turn Kotelnik, find angles.
Kotelnik struggling with the speed of the punches here. Getting close but not able to do anything really effective. Okay, a lot of Amir's punches have been at least partially blocked, but the work rate is superb and he's not taking anything.
And he's sticking to the game plan. He's not staying in long enough to get involved. This is what he did against Marco Antonio Barrera. That was an excellent performance in March, under pressure.
Now you can't help being impressed by this start from Khan. Excellent, getting his punches off, using his longer reach. Not there long enough to be countered. Beautiful boxing so far from him.
He's found his timing and rhythm quickly. Khan, good defensive work, but gets caught by a right hand from Kotelnik.
That was an impressive burst of punching from Kotelnik. Given the chance, you can see what he's capable of.
Just a mini heart in the mouth there for Khan supporters. Kotelnik, who's been a 10-stone fighter for 7 years, is their extra power up in weight.
I mean, the good news, he's making Kotelnik work at a pace he's not all that accustomed to. So maybe it won't last the 12 rounds as good as he has done in the past.
Kotelnik trying to get off with the left hook. I think he studied that. The shots to the temple that Willie Lemon and Craig Watson in the amateurs put Khan over with.
Well, this is a different Kotelnik from the one we expected. He's quite prepared to come forward, show aggression, but he just can't match the speed of Khan.
He was listening to Freddie Roach intently for the entire minute there. Amir Khan. First challenge for a world title, former Commonwealth lightweight holder. A big step up here against Andreas Kotelnik, whose last defense was a win over Marcus Maidana, who recently upset Victor Ortiz. That's good form. And Kotelnik is a stayer as well. Good right hand and a body shot. And Khan just caught in a bit of a haze, but back he comes.
Well, Kotelnik showing us that he's no slouch himself there. Those punches were fast and they were accurate. He's tested Amir's chin, and Amir's still there looking at him.
Good body shot from Khan. Nice punching at range. He's had top sparring in the wild card gym, and they say that his chin has held up over the 9 months he's been there.
He's got his jab working so well, even when it's not really finding the target, it's stopping Kotelnik from setting anything up. Lovely little right hand from him too.
That jab just flicking in his face. So speedy. Looks for the body, but a good elbow block from Kotelnik.
And Khan is not leaping in with punches the way he did at one time, so that's another thing that Freddie Roach has addressed. There's more control in his boxing. Really boxing beautifully at the moment.
A lovely lateral movement there. Keeping his gloves nice and high, Khan. What a rehabilitation under Freddie Roach, and if he can pull this off, quite a special achievement in under a year since he was blown away by Breidis Prescott. Yeah, lovely defence there, Jim.
Yep, see, he's thinking of defence now. I think it's been ingrained in his thinking now. Get the punches off, then get the chin down, the hands back up again, and that's what he's been doing.
Uppercut too, right hand from Kotelnik. Just occasionally he comes up with something that looks a bit harder than his knockout ratio suggests. Only 13 in 31 wins.
Well, Khan took a good head shot, a good body shot, but come blazing back. So answering some of the questions we need answered.
A tactic spot on at the moment from Amir Khan, and he's entertaining the crowd too. With his speed, his movement and his boxing brain. Freddie Roach was telling us out in LA that he believes Amir Khan will be the perfect light welterweight. Alex Ariza, his conditioner, who doesn't get much of the praise, has restructured the Khan body, put plenty of power into his legs, and that's what he needs tonight with his movement.
Yeah, he needs a bit of substance in the punch. It's no good leaping in with 4 and 5 punches. He has to throw good quality stiff punches, and that's what he's been doing. Just little signs of danger again from Kotelnik.
Yeah, with that right hand that's underrated. Remember, he toppled Gavin Rees and took the Welshman's unbeaten record when winning this title. Reese a different build, obviously, to Khan, short and stocky. Khan with the height and reach, but that shows his form. The right hand gets through.
Khan's defensive boxing has been so good tonight. Just the way he's getting himself out of trouble, keeping his eyes focused on Kotelnik, just getting himself out of there, picking his times to let the punches go. Tactics perfect so far.
Body shot from Kotelnik. That was a punch that Michael Gomez just troubled Khan with when they met in that terrific 5-round thriller. That solid look about Kotelnik still won't be shifted. Another good hand speed again from Khan.
I mean, a lot of his punches in this round have been blocked, but he's still looking busy. But the Kotelnik just signs he's getting a little bit closer, finding a bit more time to get his punches off. Good jab from him there. Khan not really finding the target quite so much in this round. See, I mean, that's all blocked there.
It's that tight defence that he's learned under the German ring education, Andreas Kotelnik. I mean, fighters that go in with him, Jim, when they come out, they say he's deceptively good.
Yeah, and he's blocking so much. I mean, in the earlier rounds, Khan was doing so much more work than Kotelnik, so you had to give him the rounds. But Kotelnik getting himself well into the argument in this round. Good bust there from Khan.
Just edging closer, Kotelnik, and using those defensive skills as if to say, I've seen this before.
But just pulling out the odd little face now and again, Kotelnik, as though he's wondering, am I ever going to solve this young fellow out? But making a far bigger impression in this round, Kotelnik.
Starting to unleash a few heavier looking shots, Andreas Kotelnik.
Foot to the floor.
This only the 87th round in the 4-year professional career of Amir Khan, and the 251st for this wily old pro Andreas Kotelnik. More mature, more seasoned, and is he just waiting to pounce later on? Khan's got to pace himself, Jim. That's very important tonight.
But it's difficult to pace yourself when the guy's on you all the while, and that's what Kotelnik's doing. He's making him work every second. And I mean, Amir's pace has to slow. You can't expect him to box at this pace, or the pace he was showing in the first couple of rounds for the full 12. And that's when you start to worry. But he's tasted the power of Kotelnik, and he's coping with it fine.
In and out well there. The rat-a-tat raids from Khan. Kotelnik still just trying to stalk him around the ring, close down the space, and a right hand from Kotelnik. Khan gives ground but comes back firing.
Well, considering Khan hasn't really done much of his career on the back foot, really is boxing beautifully here, but just lost his way a little bit there.
There's a left from Kotelnik.
When he's on the back foot, you just have to be careful not to look negative. You have to keep the punches flowing, just like that.
Good trading there between the pair. Far more from Khan, and a lovely body shot as well. Trying to overwhelm Kotelnik.
He's showing the grit that we need to see from him in this round. This is real good stuff from Khan. His own defence, he's tight. But that little grit that we've asked about, we're seeing it now.
He's got huge inner strength, Amir Khan, to face the music after what happened against Prescott, to take the Barrera fight and to relocate to LA to turn his life around. Huge respect for that.
See, he has the earlier pattern back again now. He's getting punches off, not allowing Kotelnik to do anything, making him miss wildly there. This is a good round for Khan.
Dazzling hand speed from Amir Khan, and back out. How pleased will Freddie Roach be so far?
can't fault it. He's just keep focused, keep tight was all he said. He doesn't want him to change anything, and neither would I. Kotelnik beginning to look just a little bit frustrated because nothing he has tried this round has made any impression. Khan has done enough to win this round already, so
a strategic, technical, tactical affair between two boxers of the highest quality, both silver medalists from the Olympics. Kotelnik in Sydney, Khan of course in Athens.
Kotelnik throwing punches now that are out of character for him. He's usually so controlled, but he knows he's struggling with the speed of Khan, and I think he realises he badly needs a big round, so he's throwing kind of a couple of wild shots at the start of that round. There he goes again.
Frustration there, as the hook was a mile off. And this concentration from Amir Khan has been spot on. He's obviously gone through this fight so many times over the last 2 or 3 months, and especially after 3-week delay as well. Difficult to get himself back on track, but he has.
Yeah, well, considering it's a different type of fight than he's ever been involved in, good left hook from him, and the way he's responding to Kotelnik's attacks are so impressive.
Just the occasional jab, the right hand and the body shot from Kotelnik.
See, I think in Amir's early career he was getting himself fit, but with Freddie Roach he's learning how to fight, and that's what he's doing in there. It must be tough in the gym, and he's learning how to survive, how to deal with situations, and he's doing that so well tonight.
And he coped in sparring with the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world in Manny Pacquiao. A Roach masterstroke, throwing them in together. Is Kotelnik getting annoyed, or does he know he'll come on strong in the second half of this? Remember, he's been 12 rounds 9 times before, Khan only once.
He just can't pin Khan down at the moment, and there are definite signs of frustration in his work.
Look at the way he's using his feet tonight, Amir Khan.
Yeah, and considering he's never had to box like this before, never had to spend so long on the back foot without making mistakes, really executing the plan so well.
Kotelnik tries the body shot, but a right hand, and Khan just leaves himself in the pocket there. But fortunately for his supporters, gets back in.
He has answered everything. Every success that Kotelnik has found, Khan has answered it immediately. That's all you can ask.
Kotelnik slow to the punch. Must be getting irritated. This is already looking like the hardest trip to Britain for Andreas Kotelnik, who came over and gave Junior Witter a real run for his money. Witter, who felt Kotelnik would stop Khan round about now. No signs of it yet. Suleiman and Baye, he fought and got a draw, and then the win over Reese. But this is different.
I suppose Khan may be using some of the elusive boxing he used as an amateur, but he's never had to box like this before, and it's really impressive the way he's adapted. Look at the counters he's coming back with here. He's counter-punching the counter-puncher. Terrific.
Sweet right hand from Khan that stopped Kotelnik coming forward. He's picking these beautifully tonight, Amir Khan. It's a really good display.
And these jabs have not been blocked. They're going right through the guard of Kotelnik.
He might be younger, he might be fresher, but he's outclassing a high-class technician.
Well, if Khan can indeed keep this pace going for 12 rounds, he's almost home and dry, because everything is just falling into place perfectly.
He knew it was going to be a long affair. That's what they've worked on, but Kotelnik sensed it as well as a 12-round fight. Don't count him out just yet. He does come on strong.
I mean, it's so smart. He gets his gloves up when he knows Kotelnik is going to let the punches go, but he's answered everything and he's doing it again.
His conditioner, Alex Ariza, just shouted to Khan, go to the body, and that's what he did immediately. Listening to his corner every bit of the way.
Well, Kotelnik has been hitting so much fresh air in the last couple of rounds, it must be taking something out of his tank. Beautiful left-hand work from Khan.
The German-based Ukrainian, who's never been stopped, he's never even been on the floor. These raids are lovely.
And he's found a way to box at his own pace, so he's the more comfortable looking of the two. Kotelnik is the one who's having to try to force things for success. Good shot there. Lovely.
Left hand from Kotelnik, but back Khan comes.
That's what's impressed me. Every bit of success Kotelnik has managed, Khan has answered it immediately. Kotelnik.
He adores Amir Khan, Freddie Roach. He's been with so many fighters like Steve Collins here. The Klitschko's, Mike Tyson, James Toney, all sorts. But he's got a soft spot for Khan. He believes he can make the critics eat their words. That he will rebuild him and that he will become a world champion. Is tonight the night? He's had 24 of them already, Freddie Roach.
Yeah, well, if this continues, you can add another one to the list, and no signs that it shouldn't.
How can Andreas Kotelnik turn this around? Once or twice he's got through, especially with the right hand, but Khan's so sensible and getting out of trouble with his hands high.
And any worries we had about Amir Khan over the longer distance fight, well, I think we can discount those. Now these are just kind of don't hit me punches he's throwing at the moment, but they're stopping Kotelnik from setting anything up. Out of range, just landing on the gloves, but Kotelnik not allowed to do anything. Wild swings now.
Body shot and a left hook to the head from Kotelnik, but it's few and far between. He's trying to walk Khan down, but his work rate, well, it's miles behind Khan's.
See, he's not an aggressive fighter. He's not used to cornering fighters in the ropes. He's not used to this kind of opponent. He's usually the one posing the problems. Well, tonight, Khan's the one posing all the problems, and Kotelnik can't solve them out.
There's a right hand, though. Khan just leaving his chin unprotected. And surely this will be Michael Tim's plan for Kotelnik to really start motoring about now. Body shots.
But the trouble is, there's no signs of Khan's pace slowing. You really would have expected in the 8th round here that Khan would have started to dip a little bit, but he's not. His legs are so strong, he's been allowed to box at his own pace, so he's looking so comfortable.
Kotelnik coming on, trying the hooks, but look at that from Khan, bobbing and weaving, and back with blistering speed. He is enjoying it tonight, Amir Khan.
Well, there's a maturity about his performance tonight. I mean, it's as though in front of our eyes he's become a man. He's not a 22-year-old kid anymore. In the other corner that you don't. But this has been tremendous stuff from Amir, start to finish.
4 rounds to go. And if this is the acid test, he is answering all those questions, Amir Khan. body shots. That's what Freddie Roach wanted to see. Can Kotelnik impose himself? Can he get lucky?
Khan just not allowing Kotelnik to set anything up. As soon as he tries to get himself set, the jabs are coming. Even if he blocks them, it's preventing him from getting anything going.
Circling again, Khan. Fitness and stamina look good for now. Kotelnik just looks at his corner as if to say, I'm doing everything I know and it's not working.
And it's also good to see Khan not afraid to grab up close, just to see himself through a little crisis. Caught with the left hook there, but again, taking the punches, bang on the chin, and he took that one too.
Yes, he did. And that was flush from Kotelnik. He believed that not having to grind down to 9 stone 9 might help his punch resistance as well, Khan.
Yeah, well, you're naturally heavier when you're not boiling. Sorry, naturally healthier when you're not boiling down to weight, and that's how this looks. He looks so strong, so mature. And the way he switches onto defensive mode instantly is really impressive. I think that's been drilled into him by Freddie Roach.
Yeah, Freddie Roach likes the natural weight, doesn't he? And a Manny Pacquiao against Oscar De La Hoya. Kotelnik still trying to target the body, still putting everything into it. He's just a move or 5 moves behind Khan.
Yeah, he's still looking strong though, Kotelnik. Although he's frustrated as you can expect. He's still winding up the big shots. He's not giving up on this title yet. See again, Khan not afraid to spoil a little bit just to get him through a little crisis.
If anything, just taking a slight breather in this one. A couple of punches get through from Kotelnik.
He's losing his way a couple of times under pressure in this round, Amir. But here, back again, answering.
It's caught with the right hand, though, and a left hook. The chin is exposed there. Jimmy's only done 12 rounds once before, and the pace he's set and the punches he's landed already, he must be feeling it, Khan, at this stage.
I think the fact that he's boxed to his own style, to his own plan, and at his own pace, as if the other fella's forcing you to fight, that they can sap the energy from you. But Kotelnik is the one who's having to force everything, and is more liable. He's the one to be feeling things at the moment. Khan just has to be careful he doesn't become ragged in the later stages of this one, because desperation is going to be seen in some of Kotelnik's work from here on in.
Slightly desperate look in the red corner alongside us from Team Kotelnik. This is again really positive from Amir Khan at the beginning of the 10th. Digging in, Kotelnik. He's trying ever so hard. Just can't cope.
Well, those were blocked, but again, it's stopping Kotelnik setting up. Punches again, not finding the target. That one did.
Some of Khan's close-knit family on their feet there. Nassim Hamid at ringside trying to beckon Khan in. Hamid, the youngest world champion at 21 since the war. Khan will be number 3 if he pulls this off. Herbie Hyde, the other.
He just seems to have so much still in the tank, Khan. Just still looking so lively, so strong in the legs, and so quick both with the feet and the punches.
I think that's a key point, Jim, you've made about the legs that Alex Ariza, the conditioner, has worked on. So much power in them tonight.
Well, he's pushing Kotelnik back now. I used the word maturity in some of the earlier rounds, and that's what we're seeing from him here.
left hook from Kotelnik. Again, attempts to close that range down, make Khan stand and fight. But just as he does that, the riposte from Khan is spot on.
He's answered just about everything. Every little bit of success that Kotelnik has found, Khan has answered it immediately.
Good defence from the Olympic silver medalist from 2004. And maybe Kotelnik's getting tired. He's been around the game 9 years. Six minutes to go. It's been brilliantly executed so far from Amir Khan. And look at the way he gets straight down to work at the beginning of the 11th. Jim, there was all the talk in the build-up about the mega fights against Marquez and Mayweather, and you wondered if he'd take his mind off the job, but he's kept it on it here.
He certainly has, and he took another full-bodied right hand there, and still able to come back with his response.
A couple of the fighters in the wildcard, Dean Byrne and Craig McEwen, were telling me he gets a bit macho in sparring, dropping his hands, trying to prove he's got a chin. Not looked in a lot of trouble tonight in that department. He's taken a few and come back.
Yeah, and he's also learning how to nullify up close. These are things he's never had to do for most of his career. So you can see the difference that the Roach experience has made for him.
Largely good defence, but Kotelnik just pushes Khan back, trying to use that natural 10-stone weight late on in the fight.
Kotelnik's winding punches up now, just trying to get lucky with one of these right hands.
Right hand and a left to the temple. Again, Khan stands firm.
Well, this is the desperation we expected to see from Kotelnik. Again, Kotelnik's corner have been told by the referee to keep quiet, stop shouting instructions, but they can see their title slipping away here.
He's trying to retain it, though, desperately, Kotelnik, and he did get Gavin Race very late on in the 12th of their fight, but he dominated for large parts of that one, and he hasn't here.
Yeah, he'd already broken Gavin Rees down. Certainly has not even come close to doing that with Amir Khan.
Left hand still, threatening Kotelnik. Khan covers up, tiring on the back foot. Just signs that he might have to hold on for a last round blitz from Kotelnik. The 12th will be interesting.
Big drive, huge drive from Kotelnik. He knows his title's on the way. Unless
as Amir Khan goes out for the final round, he is within touching distance, 3 minutes away from the coronation, from surely being crowned a world champion. Andreas Kotelnik gets a right hand in the first 15 seconds of the last session.
I mean, you don't want to change too much what Amir's doing. You don't want him to switch off to start thinking about the bell. You want him to keep boxing the way he's been boxing, but just a little more thought in defence, because it's desperation time for Kotelnik. He can spoil, he doesn't need to look good in this round, he can mess about, he can spoil, he can do what he likes, just don't get tagged cleanly.
And they know that Kotelnik will come out swinging. He's still got something in the legs, but he's left it very, very late. Here he comes, Kotelnik. Khan swaying out of the way.
Yeah, and that's dangerous, pulling back from punches like that with the hands down. thankfully got away with it.
Good shots. Kotelnik left his chin unguarded.
Well, he has to take the chances now. Just has to throw caution to the wind. Just go for it. He needs a knockout, and everybody knows it.
Standing at times with him, Amir Khan. And there's electricity in this MEN arena, where he's enjoyed his best night against Pereira and his worst against Prescott. This would overdo everything in his career so far, Khan. Just over a minute to go.
You would have expected Kotelnik to be a bit smarter with his attacks, but he's open. Khan just wants to get that chin down, a hands up, and see this through.
And they're the jabs from Khan that Freddie Roach wanted. Kotelnik brave, trying desperately to somehow cling on to his title, but it is slipping away. And it's heading to Britain.
Half a minute away.
Less left in the legs of Khan, but defence is still okay. As the seconds tick away, the jab comes out again, which has been brilliant. A terrific technical performance from Amir Khan.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Juan Garcia Reyes scores about 120 to 108. Judges Ove Ovesen and Jean-Francois Topin scored about 118 to 111. All three in favor of the winner, the new WBA light welterweight champion of the world, Amir Khan.
Night world champion at just 22. Has it started to sink in yet?
Yeah, you know it's going to sink in. I want to first of all thank God, for doing this for me. Thank my father, my mum for all the prayers they make, and Freddie Roach at the Wildcard Boxing Gym, Alex Ariza, and I just want to say happy birthday to Asif Ali. It's his birthday today, so this is his birthday present. But whoever thought within 3 fights after that defeat, in the third fight I'd be a world champion, and look, I've proved everyone wrong. Kotelnik come in there to win, and we're up a weight, and I felt so strong. He caught me with some good shots, and I just want to say Kotelnik, give him all the best. I'm sure he can come back and become a world champion again.
How tough was it in there, keeping your concentration and wits about you for 12 rounds under that pressure?
It was very hard because Kotelnik didn't stop coming forward. I had to box him, I had to pick my shots and just not make a mistake, because in the later rounds I did get tired. My work rate was huge, but this fight has given me so much confidence, and it's because of this man here, sat next to me, Freddie. It's got a Freddie on this fight. He's a man.
Freddie, how good was that performance by Amir Khan?
He fought a good fight. I mean, the guy, he put a lot of pressure on us, a lot more than we expected. I thought he'd be a little more passive, but he came to fight, he came to win, and Amir fought a beautiful fight. I thought he won every round.
Amir, were you hurt at all by Kotelnik?
No, I wasn't hurt. I felt his pressure coming forward. I felt a little tired in coming around 10 and stuff, but I got my second win, then I started boxing again. I went in the corner. Freddie told me to stay composed. Don't start hooking with him, because that's when you'll get caught. And there, I just stayed composed in the last round, just boxed him and kept catching him.
You were written off 10 months ago. How much does it mean to you having this win? And did you have any doubts yourself that you'd come back and do this?
No, I never doubted myself. I knew it was going to be tough for me to come back just to prove the critics wrong, and that's what we did. When I went to the Wildcard Gym and sparred with Manny Pacquiao, Freddie said from there, look, it was just a mistake that you made, and I'm going to get you back on track again, and that's what he did.